Elevate TV, advancing kingdom lifestyle.
Depending on where you are tuned in from, this is the Thursday Morning Digest, and as always, we come to you live from the Elevate TV studios right at the heart of the city of Nairobi. And we always bring you guests to talk about women, to talk about opportunities for women, and to be able to empower women across all ages, across all sectors of the society. And today is not an exception, because I have a guest in studio who is going to talk to us about her journey in the media sector. And so please reach out to your friends, ask them to join, ask them to tune in, share the links that are on our social media pages so that they can also get to benefit. I'm your host, Laureen Magotsi, and it is a pleasure to be able to come to you again today. So without taking much time, allow me to introduce my guest this morning, and I will ask her to introduce herself, and then we'll pick our discussion from there. Again, share the social media links so that we can have as many people benefit from our discussion this morning. Okay. Thank you so much for taking time to just come and be a part of our show this morning. So before we start, please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Once again, thank you so much for the invitation, and I'm so honored to be here today. My name is Winnie Atieno.
Yes.
I'm a journalist by profession, and I'm born again. I love the Lord, and I'm engaged.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk about the engagement later, but yeah, that's good. So thank you for coming to our show today. We just want to know what is your story like? What has your journey been this far? And where are you looking to go in the future? But before we do that, tell us, where is Winnie from? Where did she grow up? Did she grow up in the US?
Okay.
Yeah, or in the country, in a village somewhere? Just let us understand where you're coming from.
Okay, thank you. Once again, I was born and raised in the village, a place called Uyawi Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I come from the Lake region.
Okay.
That is in Bondo, Siaya County.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there, one thing I would highlight there, I lost my mom at a very young age. I was in class 5 by then, and I'm the firstborn in our family. And another highlight is that I come from a polygamous family. And that means I had to step up at a very young age to just take care, we are 3, to take care of my other siblings. And it was not easy, but here I am today, and I really thank God, because it's God who held my hand until this far. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Allow me to just probe a little more.
Okay.
Because it may help somebody somewhere. I meet many people who are dealing with a lot of issues that came from their families. They were brought up in certain environments that seemed to have affected either their worldview or generally just their ability to thrive, post, the trauma they would have gone through in their families. So for you, how was that growing up in a polygamous family?
Well, I would say it was not very easy.
Okay.
Yeah, and also now you don't have your mom who can take care of you. Now you have to depend on other people. But I really thank God, because my grandparents, they came over for us, and we were taken, and they took good care of us. And my dad was also very good, and he helped us. He was there for us, a shoulder to lean on every now and again. And I will say my dad is my good friend, and through that Also, I would say my grandma used to pray, and I used to admire the way she was praying. And I told God that maybe one day I will also follow her path. And she really desired for me to just know God and to be born again. And indeed, I was born again at some point. And I'll say the journey, it wasn't very easy, but God held us through it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. That's encouraging. That's very encouraging to know that, you know, despite that background, one, that your father was there for you, and that, you know, you've come out, and so far so good, and I'm honored to know you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you come from your family background, and now it comes to a point where you have to go to school. How was your schooling like? Did you also school in the village, or did you move away from the village?
From class 1 to class 5, I was in the village at Uyawi, a place, at Uyawi. And then after my mom passed on, now we went back to, we were taken to Kisumu, and now I studied in the city. Yes.
Kisumu City?
Yes.
Okay.
Until I finished I did my KCPA. Yeah. That was in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then after that, then I came back to Uyawi Beach again, and my dad took me to a very nice school once again, because one thing, my dad used to really encourage me. He believed in me so much. Even when I didn't believe in myself, he would tell me, if you attend this grade, I will buy you this. And indeed, he would get me that. So I was working so hard, knowing that my dad, he has my back. He will pay my school fees. He will come and visit me, and he will really encourage me. And it was I would say it was fun, because when he came to school, every now and again I would be called Winnie, Atieno, getting gifts here and there, and my dad was so proud of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. In your view, what role did that play, your relationship with your father, into the person that you've become?
I would say it played a big role, because knowing that you have someone who is always there for you, it meant the world to me. So it also helped me to build courage in me. You know, okay, just an highlight, I used to be an athlete.
Oh.
And it's my dad also who believed in me that indeed I can do it. Yeah, so it gave me courage to just press on in life and know that my success belongs to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Encouraging, and I think it's a very important point that parents that are watching need to take note of, that you can actually mold your children, and if you are deliberate about it, then, you know, they turn out better, because there's somebody cheering them, there's somebody believing in them, despite, you know, the challenges of life. So that's a very encouraging story.
Thank you
Okay,
so
so
much.
let's fast forward now.
Okay.
You've now moved from primary school, you've gone to Kisumu City, and then now you need to go to campus.
Yeah.
How was that journey?
Again, I'll say the journey was not easy, because I didn't have someone to guide me through course selection.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I found myself landing in doing a course called Bachelor of Arts in Kiswahili.
Okay.
Initially, I thought it was education, because I thought I would be a teacher. The person who helped me applied, nilienda tu kwa cyber, and then the person who helped me apply told me that, you can teach. Oh, I said, you can teach Kiswahili. I said, oh, okay, sawa. Because I got good grades in Kiswahili, so she told me, you just go and teach Kiswahili. And I said, because my dad also, he had no knowledge about all this course selection.
Yes.
And I didn't receive proper guidance. So I ended up joining a certain university, and I pursued Bachelor of Arts Kiswahili.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just curious. So what does that entail? Does it entail studying Swahili? Is it about knowing the language? I mean, what was that about?
It's very broad.
Okay.
I'll say BA Kiswahili is very broad. It's you can be several things when you do BA Kiswahili. One, you can, if you advance your studies, you can be a teacher.
Okay.
Not a teacher, but a lecturer.
Okay.
You can also teach in local universities and colleges.
Okay.
The other thing, you can also be an editor.
Okay.
Yeah. A part we didn't know at that point. Yeah, you can be an editor. You can write your own books. You can be an author.
Okay.
You can
translate.
You can translate. Yeah, thank you. And you can also be in the media.
Yes.
Yes.
Where you are now.
Yes, where I am now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Viewers, if you have any questions, please feel free to post them in, on our social media platforms. We'll be getting to them as we go along, so feel free to share your questions. Okay, so you can do all that, but the course itself, so what do you learn? Do you learn Swahili?
There's a course we were doing under translations.
Okay.
There was editing.
Yes.
There was also... we read several books.
Okay.
Yeah. And also training you how you can come up with your own books.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing, we had a radio at the university.
Okay.
You can also be a radio presenter.
Oh.
A point I didn't. No, again.
Okay.
Yes, so it's really broad. I would say
Okay.
it's so broad. And we also did several side courses. We did sign languages and linguistic media and communication. So that is when I realized that, oh, okay, so I can be in the media.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So now you've gone into campus, you're doing this course. You were not very sure about it initially,
Yeah.
but now that's where you are. So how did you navigate that? Did you just say, okay, this is the course I got, so liwe liwalo, tutakutana mbele? Or did you now, once you understood what it was, you then embraced it and said, this is what I want to do?
I would say I really tried to change the course.
Yes.
Yeah, because we were told that after joining you can change your course.
Yes.
So after joining, I also tried, among other many students, I tried to change my course, but it was not successful. So I had to just accept and just embrace it and move on with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Though initially, I'll say I didn't know what I'll do with the course. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But later on, I realized that there are several things I can do with the course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you finished your 4 years. Was it 4 years?
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah. So you finished your 4 years. What inspired you really now to get into media?
Interestingly, I did BA Kiswahili, and I was back in campus. You see, mine was just to, I was there, go to classes, just like any other student, go back to my room, go to the bush to pray, prayer mantis here and there. Yeah, but really, I didn't make good use of my time at the university.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a big mistake I did, and I would advise others that when they're there, they should try to find things to do.
Yes.
Other than, it's good to pray, I don't refute that, but other than praying and attending classes, also do things that are relevant to your course.
Yeah.
Try and find connections at a very young stage of your studies. And I would say getting into the media, when I was there, I didn't know that there was also a paper called Taifa Leo. For example,
yes.
A paper like that, for example, or I would hear of Standard or Daily Nation and other papers, and I was like, okay. Because we also had people writing for there were certain newspapers back in the at the university, so people were really writing. But for me, I didn't know something like that.
Yeah.
So one day, but generally I loved writing. I used to compose poems. Yeah, I have a book full of poems.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I knew one day maybe I would author my book or write something one day. But really what birthed something good in me was when I went for my attachment. Yes, after third year we were going for attachment. So when I went for my attachment, I went to one of the publishing firms. Yeah, good, renowned publishing firms. So while there, I did my best. Yes, and the people there, they were very proud of me. And I would review several books and take them to my boss, and my boss was very impressed. He's like, hey, Winnie, this is so nice, and I've never seen somebody anajituma the way you're doing it. And I was like, oh, okay, so indeed there's something I can do with my life. Yeah, so when after finishing, they tried to call me to go back and do my internship there again, but I don't know really what happened.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We'll take, let's put a pause there. Viewers, unfortunately, our time is really running, and so we will take a short break, a 2-minute break, and we will be right back after this break so that we can pick up from there. Please, again, share the links on your social media platforms. Let's have as many people joining so that they can benefit from this discussion. See you right after the break.
Gathering of Men Conference 2024, hosted by Apostle David Juma.
So everywhere in the city, as revival was moving on, people are getting saved, looking for work, finding work, and becoming hard workers.
At Life Church International, Kenya Cinema Plaza, along Moi Avenue, Nairobi. In the spirit of the kingdom man as written in Genesis 41:38 and Daniel 5:11, we summon you to join the ranks of the chosen, to rise as warriors of faith and champions of righteousness. And guest minister, Bishop Jackson Kingori of Nehemiah Gospel Church, Dallas, Texas, USA.
We get caught up in a flurry of so many things that we forfeit and forget God wants us to walk with Him.
Heed this clarion call with urgency. March 8th to 10th. Sessions begin from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. on Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, and 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Sunday. This conference will be live on Elevate TV and on Life Church International's Facebook and YouTube pages. Gathering of Men Conference 2024, where legends are born, destinies are forged, and the kingdom reigns supreme.
Welcome back. We are still here in studio with my guest, Winnie Atieno, as she's taking us through her journey in the media space. And so I welcome you back, and we can pick it up from where we had left off. And Winnie, we have, I've seen at least one question from Charity Phoebe. She asks, why did you stop running? You might be the next Ndereba. I think this is somebody who knows you well.
That one, I think that one I'll not really answer because it's just a decision that I made.
Okay.
Yeah.
To let go.
Yeah.
But it means then you used to run quite a bit.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Competitions?
Yeah.
How
Until not national, but the other provincial level. Yeah, provincial level.
Okay.
And that is when I stopped.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we'll still encourage you.
Okay.
Yeah. She believes in you. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we were talking about now how you were transitioning, and you had gone for internship at this editing company, and they wanted to get you back. You can take it up from there.
Yeah, so like I was saying, after completing my studies at the university,
Yes.
so I came to Nairobi to just find life.
Yes.
Yeah, so when I came here, that was in 2020. Yeah, so the whole year, I tried applying here and there, but unfortunately there was nothing. And that meant I had to sell bajias and chips kwa barabara.
Okay.
Yeah, for a whole year. That is the whole 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, so just to keep myself busy because you can't just sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kept myself busy by starting a small business there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was staying with my aunt at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, so the business was okay, it was good. But then I I graduated in 2020 December.
Yes.
So towards my graduation, I put a stop to that business and I said, God, I think today I'm doing it for the last time. After my graduation, I'm not coming back kwa hii barabara to do the same business.
Yeah.
So I want to bring a meaning to my life.
Yes.
So that was a decision that I made consciously, that after my graduation, come 2021, I'll start looking for something. That is, 2020 was COVID, 2021. Yeah, so when came 2021, around January there, I was just passing somewhere. I was with my friend. We did the same course with that same friend of mine. So we went to a certain TV station to inquire if we can get internship, and unfortunately we were told no. So as we were passing somewhere again, and I would say it's also good to hear God and to pray and to seek God in every situation. And then I was just passing somewhere and I heard the voice of God, just to go. And sometimes if I didn't obey the voice, I would never be where I am today. Yeah, so I had just obeyed the voice. I was like, hey, the way I am. And the Lord said, come just as you are. So I said, okay, let me just go just as I am. So I went and I knocked, and miracle, God did a miracle, and here I am today. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, so I know you are in one of the leading media houses currently. So what do your roles entail?
My role entails basically is just getting somebody to interview them, transcribe very fast. After transcribing, you have to go through your work thoroughly, because you don't want to give somebody half-baked work. So you have to go through your work thoroughly, then submit it. That is what it entails.
Okay.
And just meeting the deadlines.
Okay.
Tight deadlines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you do stories on particular topics or a particular line, or it's general? How does it work?
I would say I'm a versatile journalist. Yeah. That one I'll really highlight. I'm a versatile journalist, and I handle a wide range of topics.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you bring technology, I'll do it. If you bring lifestyle, I'll run with it. If you bring politics, I'm not so good at politics, but I'll also run with it. Yeah, so I'm all-rounded.
Okay.
Yeah, which
Wow.
is that is where the media is going to currently. They want people who can do a wide range of things.
Yes.
You can write in Swahili, you can write in English.
Wow.
Yeah.
The BS Swahili has come in handy.
Exactly.
Do you do Swahili as well?
Yes, in fact, I speak more in Swahili than English.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so we should have run this interview in Swahili.
Not really, not really.
Yeah, my Swahili is now not very good. At some point it was very good.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have not spoken Swahili a lot.
Okay.
So I can speak it, but to run an interview will be a
Tough.
tall order.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, so I'm just looking at, so you do, so, but mostly do you do just print media or do you do digital, and what really is the difference?
I do both.
Okay.
Yeah, I do both. And currently, things are moving to the digital world.
Yes.
People are going to the digital world.
Yes.
Yeah, so you have, after receiving a press release or something, or done an interview somewhere, you'll have to be very fast, and the story has to go to the digital platform. Yes.
Almost immediately.
Yes.
Wow. That must be a high pressure environment.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
You have to take a shortest time possible to do a story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to be very quick in typing, thinking, and just putting your thoughts in order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Viewers, I hope you are learning. If you have an interest in the media, particularly print, digital, written, that is, then, you know, this is a show for you. Yeah. So I'm also curious to understand, so far, what would you say are the challenges that you have faced in just getting to the point where you have?
One, I'll say, I worked as an intern for 6 months without payment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was tough, and it's just encouraging yourself and saying, this is what I want and I have to work hard for it. And there are several challenges in the media space. One is meeting the tight deadlines. Yeah, so that one is key.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Your survival depends on it.
exactly.
Yeah.
How fast you can do something.
Yeah. But how do you get these stories? Sorry,
No
yeah.
problem. You have to be, as a journalist, you really have to think beyond the box. I can see you and just see a story in you.
Okay.
Yeah. We can just be talking and you just mention something and
Yes.
I just pick it up. After picking it up, I go do my research. After doing my research, I get a few people to interview, an expert, and my story is
complete.
it's complete.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I get a story. I can just be walking around and see something interesting.
Yes.
That's a story there.
Wow.
So you have to be very open, and your eyes have must be very sharp. Your mind must think also very fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So back to the challenges. So number one is the tight deadlines.
Yeah.
So what are the other challenges?
The other challenge is just, you know, I'll say media, people are so busy. Yeah, people are very busy. And I remember as an intern, just getting somebody to take you through.
Yes.
It was not very easy because one, I'm an introvert.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an introvert. So it was not very easy. Plus, I didn't have confidence.
Yes.
So it was not very easy just going to someone, hello, my name is so and so, please help me.
Yes.
So the person I was assigned to, he was very nice, and I really thank him because he has really helped me to be where I am today.
Yes.
Yeah, so with time I learned that it's very important to just sell yourself and tell them to help you.
Yes.
Yeah. And that one was very tough on me, accepting that I need help because I was so afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other challenge is also getting a story.
Yes.
Actually, it's not very easy. Yeah, and writing a story worth, let's say, 2,000 words.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes 3,000. It's not very easy. Sitting down and thinking, just typing and writing, it's not easy. The other thing is, the people you interview, they might back off at the last minute.
Yeah.
So that one is a big challenge as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you overcome those challenges? How have you been able to overcome? Because I'm sure we have people listening that would be saying, I want to be, you know, a journalist. I want to be writing stories. Yeah. How did you manage?
One is to just accept that indeed you need help. Yeah. And media is not for the faint-hearted. That one I'll say for free.
Yes.
It's not for the faint-hearted, because I felt like giving up 1,000 times. You can write a story and they're like, hey,
What is this?
sasa uyu. And you go cry and come back and say, hey, this one, it's not my place here. This is not my place. But just encouraging yourself. That was the most highlight in my life. I would encourage myself, and I have a support system.
Yes.
People who I can share, and they'll really encourage me and tell me, just press on, keep on moving, keep on going.
Yes.
And I also say my dad, I'll highlight him there as well. I would call and say, oh daddy, this one is so hard. He'll tell me, hakuna kitu nakuja rahisi, so keep on pressing, shikilia tu hapo. Yeah, so the other thing is also believe in yourself. Yeah, because if you don't have confidence in yourself, you can be easily be elbowed.
Yeah.
So believe in yourself and pray and trust in God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Viewers, please keep your questions coming. I'm checking to see whether there are any other questions that are coming in. Please continue to send them through. Okay. So if you look at it, let's go back to BA Swahili, then let's look at Winnie the journalist now. What are the life lessons you have learned out of that entire process?
One, make good use of your time.
Yes.
Because if I would known back at the university that maybe I would go this direction, or maybe if I started by writing the local newspaper at the university,
Yes.
maybe one day I would be a journalist somewhere, or I would have experience. So make good use of your time. That is one, as a student, or if you're an aspiring journalist, that is one. The other one is trust the process. It's not easy, but just trust the process, because it takes time to build your capacity, to build until you be the person you are. It takes time.
Okay.
And pray, pray. Yeah.
Okay.
So you need really to pray. It's very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say is a highlight of your career so far? I know there's a lot more ahead, but so far, what would you say is the one thing you have done, maybe one story you've run that you are very, very proud of?
There are several.
Yes.
Because one, I've worked with one of the leading company, I would say so, and being acknowledged,
Yes.
and them sending you, for example, a card to acknowledge you and appreciate you. I would say it feels nice,
Yes.
and it feels so good.
Wow.
The other story that I've done that is, there's a story I did, and somebody reached out to me and told me that I've just saved a life.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a story about, how do we call this thing? I'm not very sure. I think I've
Just explain it. It's okay.
It's you give birth to a child and
Premature?
no, their leg. It's called,
Okay. Not multiple sclerosis, something.
No,
though.
yeah.
But a condition.
Yes, it's a
Okay.
condition.
Okay.
So somebody just called me and said, oh, Winnie, there's a story you did, and somebody from Mombasa, you've just saved their child. I'm like, hey, okay.
Wow.
So I was very impressed, and the person encouraged me to continue doing such stories.
Wow.
It was very nice, and That felt nice.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay, we are coming to the end of the show, so I'll just request you to give us your parting shot. This is your camera. Just let our viewers know what you have to say, and then we will close.
Okay, I'll say thank you once again for your invitation. One thing I will say, Rome was not built in a day, and it takes time to build your capacity, and don't be afraid to seek knowledge. Ask, consult, because if you consult, you get to know. Plus, nobody was born knowing everything. So you just have to keep on consulting. As a journalist, consult, ask, and read books. You have to be someone who loves reading. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, viewers. That's all we had time for today. And thank you so much for those that were tuned in. I see you, Charity Phoebe. I see you, Moses Okoth. Thank you, Ogilo Mike. We see you. Ogilo Mike says, congrats, Winnie. You are going places. Charity says, I am proud of you. Moses said, don't give up, pray, trust God, be resilient. Yeah, so thank you so much, viewers. Let's do this again next Thursday, same time. I've been your host, Laureen Magotsi. God bless you.
After several years of dedicated translation work, the Pokomo community